Hear me now, TVS.
LB, yeah.
My last video is November. It's currently July. I'm very much approaching the end of July, but I'm here, and I figured that we could do a little, do my hair while catching up. And this is gonna be very simple because I'm just doing singles. I really cannot be bothered with my hair. Like I just washed her. I don't even remember if I did that I had open locks, but I opened my locks, and this is where we at now. We're back to natural hair. So basically life has been fairly uneventful, but last time I posted on here was November. So then in December I had exams for university. I did a little bit of outings with my best friend, and a couple other friends. I had some orders for my business, Shonna's Natural Collection. If you haven't checked it out and followed it on Instagram as yet, please do so. Your support is appreciated. Right, but the reason why I kind of stopped YouTube is because my tripod broke and my phone microphone is not working. So now I have a ring light and I'm using like some earphones as my microphone. So I went to order a microphone, but there was some kind of issue with like the bank and Amazon and all kinds of things, and it just was not working out. So what we're gonna do, we can use the little earphones for the time being and just work with the ring light and let it go. So as I was saying, that's basically how December went. Pretty chill. Barbados went back into like curfew from the 31st of December, which is pretty sad, because that kind of like not just curfew but like restriction on the activities allowed. So ain't no partying going on. So that's basically it. Like you can go and eat, you can go to restaurants, you can go to bars, but no cruises allowed, no fats allowed. I think we probably got permission for fats probably like 1 week before it was revoked. So there weren't actually any like events that sort of way. Well, not any like established events. Probably had some under the table things, and that was this month, July. We only had 1 week of freedom, or it was 2 weeks of freedom. I ain't sure, which is obviously not enough time for anybody to actually plan like events that sort of way. But anyway, back to January. So January, nothing. I don't think anything happened in January. January was basic, just at home, relaxing, hoping that we will be let out of curfew, but that did not happen. February I started volunteering with the National Vaccination Program. So yes, I am vaccinated. I got the first shot on my birthday, February 10th. The side effects, I was very tired, very tired. I couldn't even do my hair for like the first day, but the second dose wasn't bad. At all. What else happened? Okay, so I actually volunteered from February to April, and like I'm not really gonna give details on the full details on the experience. Like generally, it wasn't a horrible experience. Like I had good days and I had bad days, as it is with any setting, whether it's work, volunteering, anytime that you gotta work with other people. There are going to be good days and there are going to be bad days. So most days were like basic, like just doing what you gotta do, because I was doing like data entry. I was putting in the information from the cards so that you can have your online vaccination certificate, and so that it'll just be like an online record or whatever. So that's what I was doing. And like I said, January wasn't bad. Like most of the time you had another person working with you. So but then there had times where because initially when the university asked for volunteers, it was supposed to be for like a week or two, but obviously they couldn't get everybody vaccinated in 2 weeks. So I don't understand why they only asked for like 2 weeks. But basically I volunteered long past that, as you heard me say, I volunteered until April. So in the point in time where people had to stop because they had only, accounted for doing it for 2 weeks or whatever, and they had to train a new set of volunteers. It was a bit stressful for me. I would say there were days that I didn't get to have like lunch because I mean nobody can call me or cuss me if I decided to take a break and just not do it, but I would have felt really bad because basically what would happen is I would put in the information in the computer while the people are doing the like 15-minute wait, the observation period. So I would feel really bad if I decided to get up and be like, oh well, I can't with the body again, I have lunch, and basically who was gonna put the cards in? Well, I decided to go and have lunch if there were like a limited amount of volunteers at that particular point. But that was rectified after like 2 weeks or so. So it was just 2 weeks of starvation and error, but that's small. But what I learned to end up doing is like walk with like small things. So like a little apple or a little like snack, so that you can like just nibble on it and it won't be, so it won't be like you go on to take a full lunch break, but you actually get something to eat, because it was getting like bad ear. So I definitely had to start working on that. But coming on to the end of the time that I was volunteering, so that would have been the April, I had some experiences, and honestly I'm glad that my mother raised me the right way and I have some brought up tea, because I know a lot of people in certain situations would have definitely have like lost it. So one of the situations that happened coming on to the end of my time volunteering because I haven't been back since April, I'm done with that. So because I'm not going to say where I was set up, but because of how the particular location I was at was set up, it basically they had nurses, so people that was doing what I was doing was like in a room, it's a little back room. Then I had like a nurse station here to watch people, and then a nurse station like down the road, well, not down the road, but like a bit of a distance. Honestly, it's not far distance. It's not a far distance. But the point is, it's not like right there from where we were. And so basically, at that point, I guess so that they won't just be strictly using volunteers, some people that actually worked, I don't know where exactly worked, but I think the point is they were attached to the clinic or whatever. But the point is they were being paid a salary. That's the point here. But anyway, so some of them were doing it, and at that particular day, it was me and a guy that he was actually employed by the clinic or by the government or whatever. But I was a volunteer, not an employee. So basically, the system that him and I had was that he would go and get the cards from the nurse that was the far distance, and he would get the cards from her, we would put them in, and then when both of us are finished, he would take them back to her. So I don't know if people were getting frustrated about waiting or whatever, but at some point during the day, the lovely nurse came down there and was having an attitude because I was sitting on my phone, because he would bring them down and we would split them, and everybody work at the same speed. So I was done with my set and he was still doing his. So she come down there and she see me on my phone, and Miss Ma'am get her attitude with me. She start shouting at me. But of course, my mother raised me to have behavior, and so I quite frankly did not reply, because baby girl, who are you shouting at? Ignoring is sometimes the best thing for some people. Is actually irritate them more than if you had opened your mouth and said the most words. So I had nothing to say. Like, honestly, I know that I was doing what I was supposed to do. I also know that it's a volunteer position. I'm not saying that because you're volunteering you're not supposed to give your best, but I gave my volunteering my all. I gave it my best. That's one thing I can say for sure. I probably gave it too much for volunteering, just saying. So quite frankly, yeah, that was I feel like that's probably why I didn't necessarily want to go back. But it ended up working out that I have not gone back since April, and that is just how it is. But moving on past April, so in May I did my final exams for university, and your girl is a graduate now. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Your girl got her degree finally. So I can say I have my bachelor's of science in biology, and that's basically it. So that's me. Although I only got the certificate, I want to say 2 weeks ago. So in July. Got the certificate in July. Actually no, that was like a week ago. I got it in July. So that's good. That's basically what my life has been. So recently all I've been doing is going to the beach. I saw my best friends probably like once for the year. And we are already at like the 7th, 8th month. So honestly, that's basically what it has been. I've gone to the beach a couple of times. Saw my best friends like once. Tried a couple new food places. This is not a food review channel, so I really started from that idea, but I did have some food that I really enjoyed. So it's from, am I going to share? No, I'm not going to share. It has some good food and it has some bad food, but that's the nature of food experiences. So I went to a place, I'm not calling the name or whatever, but the food wasn't good to me at all, like at all. I was just like, what is this, like? And then like it had like issues. So like when we first got there, it was like no card machine, and then mind you, this place far. So honestly, if you didn't have cash, you would be hungry and mad. So the card machine, they get there and it was like sorry, when we got there they were like no card machine, and then they were like, oh, so we don't got this, that, or whatever on the menu. Okay, cool. So we ordered the food, and then we ordered food, and mind you, there was not a drink menu that you could look at, which in my opinion is a little ghetto, but you know, we move. So we got to see the drink menu, order the drink, come back in here, oh yeah, we got the ingredients for that, so I couldn't get the drink I wanted. Order something else, it was an okay drink. The drink was better than the food. In the middle of the food being done, so what I got was this like burger. So what was being, it's supposed to come in like a salad. So what was being done, the, I guess, waiter, that's what we gonna call him, the waiter, came back home and said that there was no, I think the garden salad or something, or tossed salad, what we call it. So if you mind getting coleslaw instead. So it's just like, honestly, like I don't mind. So I assume it's a small business based off of what I've heard. It's a little tiny business owned by a little local person, and you know, you don't like to bash people or whatever, but I guess maybe just went at too near to the opening hour. Like it opened at 12 and it was there at like 12:30. So you know, sometimes when a place first opened for the day, it was got a couple kinks to work out. Because then I told a friend of mine about the situation, about the experience, sorry, and a friend of theirs went a couple of days later and they had a really good experience. They were talking about how good the food was, how good the drinks were, all that stuff. So it just goes to say, you know, show that when we deal with human beings, sometimes things aren't always consistent, but that's life. Always. But basically, guys, I ended up updating you on my life, and I am going to finish this here off camera and come back and do the outro. So I've completed the twist. Yeah, you know, basically that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.